Hello everybody, my name is Malik Lloyd and I am here to update you on this project that I'm organizing here on GoFundMe. So, this whole thing is about skating. I work as an inline skating instructor. I work here in Washington, D.C., and for the past 8 years I've been working with this nonprofit organization doing after-school programs, summer camps, winter camps, a little bit of everything, just working as a skating instructor. And personally, that's been very formative, that's been really inspirational and very beneficial to me. And with all of this experience of working with this organization, working with people who've really been able to like change their lives through skating, I am always trying to find a way to like build on that and move forward and create more opportunities with the thing that I've been able to like experience so much wonderful stuff out of life with. So, with all of that being said, I am here, one, to update you on the whole status of the GoFundMe campaign. We leave tomorrow morning, which is kind of exciting. We're all going to be heading out to the airport pretty early in the morning so that we can fly out there and be able to still do some of the activities that Camp Skate IA has available on Thursday. And yeah, like right now, after this is done, I've got to do some last minute stuff, catching up with everybody, making sure everybody's prepared for the trip, chaperone stuff. The next big thing is right now we're only about $1,000 away from raising enough money to cover all of our basic needs. This is making sure that all of our hotel fees are taken care of, our air fee is taken care of, um, baggage fees on the plane are taken care of. Like all of those little things that normally are like, oh, that's not a big deal. But turns out that they could easily stack up to be $600 for a group of people that are traveling back and forth across the country. So with $1,000, we'll be able to cover all of that, and then nobody will have to worry about coming out of pocket with more than they could reasonably afford to make this trip a success. Um, so we've made some adjustments so that way now we're not spending as much as we originally thought we were. Originally we had planned to like split the group up into two different rooms because that's how you should do things, but we're just going to cram everybody in the same room because when it comes down to it, we really don't care about a lot of the extra formalities. We really care about being there, being able to experience this, and also getting that certification so that we can come back and really focus on what it is that brought us together in this group of Team Skate Ninja in the first place. Um, so yes. So as far as that goes, like we had to make adjustments, and right now if we still are able to reach our goal, those funds that are raised over what we need are going to be focused on actually like facilitating like the creation of Team Skate Ninja as a business. And what that business would be is literally a company that facilitates the hiring of skate instructors. So my experience is for the past 8 years, I've been working as an independent contractor with DC Ice, which has its upsides and it has its downsides. One of the things that's a huge benefit of being able to establish ourselves as our own company is that we can market to more people. We can market our own services and really use this as instead of just an opportunity to volunteer or to teach every so often to help out a small group of people. We can turn this into a career opportunity where we can continue doing this for the rest of our lives, whether somebody wants to become a personal trainer, whether somebody wants to become an instructor that really just focuses working on kids. Like, they're just things past the certification that we need in order to facilitate that actually happening. All right. So now that all that's out of the way, I wanted to talk more and clarify like just the importance of skating, because one of the things that I've noticed that it's been difficult to communicate like on the spot to people is like, why is skating so important? And it's difficult because skating for me isn't just a hobby. It's literally become just this huge piece of who I am. My identity, my lifestyle revolves around skating. Like literally, like when I save up money to do something, it's for skates or a skating event or to like connect with people that I've met through skating. And just thinking about it, like my connection with skating is like I started skating when I was like 8 years old. I was wearing my brother's skates, which were like way too big for me. And I think I shared it in like the whole like thing about like why we're doing this. The original post on GoFundMe. But anyway, skating has been something that I've had ever since I was a little kid. And I was a kid that didn't necessarily mesh well with other people. I was getting suspended. I was getting in trouble. I would always have like these counseling meetings with teachers and parents and all this craziness because life was like really, really stressful as a kid. Um, it's just tough growing up as like the youngest kid in the family and then having like so many responsibilities at home and then having like the pressures of classroom and being social. You don't necessarily fit into the normal social fabric of like the classroom or your neighborhood or anything like that. Like all that was really stressful, and skating was always like an escape for me back then, something that I could just focus on and do myself and not be in this mindset of wanting to act out in a violent or aggressive way or something that would have gotten me in trouble, like legitimately gotten me in trouble. So just over the years, like sticking with skating, it turned from like just a sense of therapy for that into the way that I've stayed fit. People always say, "Wow, you look really nice," and I don't think about it as like, "Oh, I go to the gym and I work out." It's just like I'm if I don't skate more than 20 miles in a week, it's been a very lazy week for me because that's how ingrained skating is in my day-to-day lifestyle. It keeps me fit, keeps my head working right, and it just has so many positive mental and physical benefits, and then the social benefits that I've been able to reap from it as well over the years. Like in the beginning, like I was like that outcast kid, and skating helped me solidify myself and just maintain a sense of self. But as I got older, like when I started skating with DC Ice and when I started skating with the Washington area road skaters, like that's when I started to be able to connect with other people off of something that really had just been personal to me for a large part of my life. So being able to get out, talk to people, and then being able to travel and meet people from all over the world, um, just because of skating has been this really amazing thing. Like one of the things about when I took my trip to Japan that was really amazing is that out of all the requests that I sent out for couch surfing, just trying to find a place to stay, like with an insanely low budget that I traveled on, the one person that replied to me, they told me like, well, normally I don't take in any couch surfers anymore. I got married and it's just not something that works well for my wife and I. He said that the reason that he accepted my request was that he saw that I was an inline skater and he wanted to help me out. Turns out he was a professional inline skater in Japan who had retired, but like he set me up with a place to stay at his place for a few days, and when I literally just couldn't stay there because of another obligation that they had, he set me up with another place to stay with one of his friends in Tokyo, which was crazy, seeing as how like I send out like 15, 20 requests about like, hey, I see that you have space available for couch surfing. Out of the two responses, one was just, hey, I'm actually going to be out of town, and the other one was this person going out of their way to say, you know what, I'm going to make this work because we have this common connection. So skating literally has given me some pretty amazing opportunities to just experience life, to experience what the rest of the world is like. And it's just something that's like really, really important to me. And like it covers so much of my life that it's hard to like break it down into individual pieces of why it's so beneficial. But when I step back and look at skating in general, it's like I see skating like any other tool. It's something that it's a skill, it's an ability that you have, but you can use it to do whatever you want with. Some people get into racing, some people get into some things that are more artistic and flashy and fancy and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's up to the individual to decide how they use skating. But one thing that I've noticed is when I go around and I talk to other people, both like experienced, like lifetime inline skaters, and then even the younger kids that I work with that have just gotten into it in recent years and recent months, it's like when I talk to them, it always goes back to their experience with skating. A lot of people just enjoy it because it's this wonderful, blissful, like euphoric experience that they have whenever they're out on their skates, getting to skate around, getting to do something like tricks or whatever it is that they choose to do. Like that's the common thing. Like people use it for therapy, stress relief. That's definitely one of the things that I use it for, even until now, like as a constant part of my life. Like earning a living is something that I've been able to use it for. And really what I want to facilitate for these other guys that are going out for their level 1 certification. Like becoming an instructor like gives you a lot. One of the things it does is it gives you the ability to break down skating so that you can teach it to somebody else, so that they can take on those tools and internalize them and improve their skating and just how comfortable that they are on skates. But also another thing that I've really gotten to experience is that this is a career opportunity. Like when I was younger, like a lot of the comments about like, oh well, you can't do this forever, blah 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 blah. I hope at some point you start taking your life seriously. It's just like when I look back at that now, like I got this wonderful opportunity from being an instructor where I can pay my bills, I can travel, I can experience more because like I've taken this and I've been able to share it with other people in such a way that they're willing to pay for that service. Like everybody's willing to pay for something that helps them enjoy life a little bit more, and just becoming a skate instructor makes that much more of a possibility to turn into a legitimate career opportunity. So skating is just this tool that people get to use for whatever they see fit, however they want to use it to improve their experience with life. So with all of that said, me having my mushy moment about like why skating is so important to me and like why I want more people to get into it and like why I'm doing this thing where I'm dragging 5 people out to California so that they can skate for the weekend and become instructors. Like it's, I don't know. My big thing is like life is meant to be enjoyed. You shouldn't like have to worry about getting caught up in the details and the boring humdrum of being mundane and like assigning yourself to like this sense of conformity with the rest of society. Like take life and make it your own. And skating is the thing that's been a huge part of my life, and I am doing this now so that I can further give it to other people so that they can make it their own and they can find out how to help them improve their life experience. But anyway, like I said, this is meant to be an update video about the GoFundMe to talk about like just like my connection with skating, how like I have like worked with other people and connected with other people with skating and what their experience has been like. And yeah, anyway, with all that being said, moving on, we're leaving tomorrow morning to head to California. We still haven't met our fundraising goal. Like I said, we only need about $1,000 more to cover our expenses so that nobody has to come out of pocket to pay like these ridiculous baggage fees and like some of the costs for the hotel incidentals and just like those little things that eat away at your wallet last minute that you normally don't expect if you don't have the experience with these things. But anyway, so that you can stay involved with the project, we will continue posting updates on the GoFundMe page. So if you're connected there and you've been receiving the updates so far, you'll still be able to see everything that it is that we'll be doing through the camp, which is the Thursday through Sunday, and then the certification that starts Sunday evening and runs through until Tuesday. You can also find out more information with links that are included somewhere around here somewhere. One is for my personal Instagram account, which is the Azure Traveler. Be mindful of the spelling because it's a thing. And the other thing that the other Instagram account that you can track us through is the one for Team Skate Ninja. So like I said, follow us, keep up with these updates to see where we're going with this whole thing. Again, to everybody who's contributed, like, it's just difficult to explain like how much I appreciate how much you've invested, and not just me and what it is that I'm trying to do, but also in these people that are going out there to get their certification, to have this experience. Because the one thing that brought all of us together with the Team Skate Ninja group is that we've had our experience work as instructors, and we see how important it is to have that structure that the certification provides, to bring that formality to the table so that we can not only just do this, but do this in a way that's effective and more meaningful to the people that we reach out to. So anyway, I got other stuff to do. I will see you guys later. Thank you again, and until next time when we're in California or in the airport to California or somewhere along the trip. Peace.